Circulus Digital Media. This is Digital Download on Wish TV.
Netflix users, get ready for a big change to the streaming service. The company will soon incorporate ads into its subscription service. The company CEO recently announced it's partnering with Microsoft. That's today's Digital Download with our resident digital advertising expert, Nelson Spade. He heads Wish TV's sister company, Circulus Digital Media. So you're digging into the business and competitive sides of this issue. We can discuss how customers feel about dealing with ads maybe at a later date. But we all know the Microsoft name. How does it fit into this work?
Sure. Microsoft's advertising world actually goes back to 2007. It bought a company called Aquantive out of Seattle. Actually turned out to be a big failure for Microsoft, but it's fought its way back. It's not usually a top-of-mind name when it comes to the digital advertising space. They're actually fourth in the country, about $9 billion annually behind the likes of Amazon, Meta, and Google. But to keep in mind, they're a distant fourth. Google tops out at north of $70 billion annually. But in the last year, Microsoft has raised its hand, saying it's going to be getting back into the game in a more serious manner. In January, they bought a company called Xandr from AT&T, actually. It's a big trading platform for digital advertising. It really paved the way and made this Netflix partnership even possible.
Been making a lot of moves then to make it all happen. So how does this benefit both Microsoft and Netflix?
So Microsoft has an established history when it comes to tech, obviously, advertising as well. It's got a $500 million search business. It's got gaming revenue coming in from its free-to-play Xbox games. But this Xandr acquisition really put it in a position to win an opportunity like Netflix. Netflix is the #1 subscriber-based content streaming service in the world. So right there is a first synergy. Microsoft has this tech, but they don't have content to apply it to. Netflix has never been in the advertising space previously, and after it lost 1 million subscribers in first quarter, which is the first time in 10 years, they made the decision to get into a mixed model. So that's the synergy. The interesting part, though, too, is one of the things that may have really helped Microsoft win the partnership is that they have zero conflicts of interest when it comes to Netflix model. They don't have interest in other OTT platforms that really could provide a lot of synergies for both companies down the road potentially.
We're giving a lot of reasons for why Microsoft did lead this charge here of its competitors. You've mentioned a lot of household names. There are a lot of tech companies that we're all familiar with, but people are questioning the choice in Microsoft. So more on how they won out.
So it's true that Microsoft wasn't part of this top, hit list of 3 people to partner with Netflix. They weren't on the radar, if you will. But not having a conflict of interest turned into a big deal for them. You think about if Google were trying to partner with Netflix. Google has a lot of conflicts to Netflix business, owning YouTube TV, amongst other things. There is also a lot of chatter already, and this is a recent announcement, that Netflix is trying to buddy up, if you will, or become very, very cordial with Microsoft in the hopes of a merger, in that it might be time for them to have an exit strategy from the subscription game, and they're looking at this opportunity with Microsoft being very synergistic potentially down the road for both parties.
This is like a soap opera, and we know that you'll help guide us through all of the forever evolving changes.
If nothing else continues, one thing we know will continue is mergers in the OTT space as consolidation continues.
All right, Nelson, thank you. If you want to know more about our digital business, you can reach Nelson at the email that's on your screen. It's contact@circulusdigital.com.